Welcome back to the Sports Source. This segment brought to you by Daniel Hood Roofing, the home of the No Worry Guarantee. Daniel and his team are offering a roofing tune-up package right now. Visit their website that you see right there, danielhoodroofing.com, or give them a call today. All their jobs are guaranteed not to leak, so right now, before the weather turns really nasty, is the right time to call Daniel Hood Roofing. All right, let's take a look here. Let's make this simple. Can South Carolina's quarterback Spencer Rattler run? He has 21 yards all year, so no, you shouldn't be scared of that. Do they have a good passing attack? They rank 9th in the SEC. They have 11 touchdowns and 11 interceptions on the season, so no. Can their crowd impact Tennessee's offense? Depends on who shows up. They've got a great fan base over there, and it's a really nice little stadium. It's a fun little trip. I think Tennessee fans are probably going to go over there en masse this week. Can they get to the quarterback? They rank 13th out of 14 in the SEC. This is going into yesterday in terms of sacks, so no. Can they stop the run? 11th out of 14th, and Florida ran all over them. Can they cover? They're 6th in the SEC in passing yardage allowed. All right, so the answer to most of those, no. I don't like saying this when you look at Tennessee or any team, any given Saturday, all that stuff applies, but what are you scared of when it comes to South Carolina? Is there anything that you would be afraid of, aside from they can cause Tennessee to have a bunch of false starts with the crowd noise?
That's the only thing I see. Florida ran for, 374 yards on them?
They had nearly 400 yards in the first half.
Their defense isn't that good. I thought he'd be better. Rattler's not been the answer quarterback. I think everybody thought he'd be a little bit better than he's been. I don't see where they present much of a challenge to Tennessee unless Tennessee has 7 pre-snap penalties and has 14 turnovers. Yeah. I just don't see it.
I mean, it is the game of your biggest challenge is your team looks at the same stats and goes, we got this game. We don't need to be that much ready. And they kind of play down. I mean, that's your biggest problem is your team is not mentally ready for the game, and they decide to roll their hat out, and then you get a couple of turnovers, getting one of those games that all of a sudden late you got issues.
I'm going to Josh next. Notice who I'm leaving for last. Go ahead.
Yeah, like the one with question marks, can they cause problems with the crowd? Maybe so. It's underrated, right, the environment. So maybe that leaves you scoring only 45 points. So so I guess I would say so what to that if they do cause you to, if it's 2nd and 15, you're still going to throw a bomb to Jalen Hyatt and probably connect.
All right. Coach, you hear us over here in the media saying, there's nothing to worry about. How do you view that?
Don't even play the game. Just skip it. Just write a W on the calendar, skip it. No, I mean, you're going to look at what they do best. You're going to talk about if you're Tennessee's coaches. You're going to look at what they do best. You're going to talk about their best players. In the backs of your minds and maybe even in the front, they're at the point, this stage in the season, with the maturity that they've shown, maybe you can talk about it. This team should not cause them issues, but they are the only team we play this week. Yep. So we have to be on top of ourselves because we can't do anything else about our season other than play this team this week.
Worst upset loss you were ever a part of?
Probably ODU the first time, part 1, Old Dominion, Virginia Tech at ODU 2018.
Was there as big a talent gap between ODU and Virginia Tech at that point as there is right now between South Carolina? Well, wait, talent gap isn't the right word because Tennessee's not winning on talent as much as they are system plus talent. Is this comparable? Would this upset be comparable to anything you experienced?
No, because it's a conference matchup. This was a group of 5 matchup with us in our case. But, I mean, statistically, and when you just look at the eye test, what you've seen from South Carolina this year, what you've seen from Tennessee, you don't expect one team to be able to stay on the field with the other.
Yeah. Even the coach says it. It's hard to spin this one.
Well, Tennessee they don't just go through the motions, right? I mean, when they play, they're trying to score 50 every time they play, or
66. Or 66.
So I don't see them having a letdown or overlooking South Carolina. I think they go out and have fun and try to beat them as bad as they can.
Especially not when you're in this playoff mode.
Yeah,
and those guys know it too, right? Yes. We got to look good to win.
They haven't been a team that's played, quote unquote, down to their competition. They've made everyone rise their level to be able to compete with them.
Which Georgia did again yesterday in the first half against Mississippi State. That is a team that just plays to the level of the competition. Whereas Tennessee, and again, we've talked about it all year, it may be a product of Josh Heupel. He's just focused on that game. You don't see him getting up, you don't see him going down, and it looks like his team carries it the same way. There is one thing that could bite Tennessee, though, and we'll cover that a little bit later. When we come back, however, what are we going to do next? We'll do something next. Come on back. It'll be fun. I promise you it'll be fantastic. Come on back.